Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. This is David Hyman, your tour guide in Israel.
Hi, it's me, Shiri.
So we're in Jerusalem today, the room of the Last Supper and King David's tomb. So join us. Jerusalem Old City. These are the walls from the 16th century, the Ottoman walls, the Turkish walls. And look where we are. Mount Zion is outside the Ottoman walls. So we're going to see King David's tomb, room of the Last Supper. Zion Gate, in Arabic Bab al-Nabi Dawood, due to its proximity to King David's tomb. This is Zion Gate, one of the 8 gates of the Old City, built by the Ottoman Sultan Suleiman. There's an inscription with his name. Look at all the damage on the wall from the bullet holes. These are bullets from the wars that were fought here in 1948 in the month of May. And there's an inscription inside the gate that tells us what happened here. Okay, so on 18th of May 1948, Palmach people took over Mount Zion. With your back to Zion Gate, follow the signs that say King David's tomb. They will lead you through one of Jerusalem's most beautiful alleys to a modest structure. That's our destination today. This ancient stone building is holy to the 3 monotheistic faiths, and it marks the location of some of the most significant events in Jerusalem. The ground floor of the building is the suggested site of the tomb of King David. King David is the founder of Jerusalem 3,000 years ago. The Bible tells us that he was buried with his ancestors in the city of David, which is about 1 kilometer away. So, sometime during the Crusader Period in the 12th century, the location of David's tomb was moved here and has been in this location since. King David's tomb is open 24/7 and is an active Orthodox synagogue. So please respect the customs by choosing the correct side, men or women. Wear a kippah if you're a man, and please no photos on Shabbat. The tziyun, the marker of the tomb, is a large stone sarcophagus covered with a tapestry. The words on the tapestry are David Melech Israel Chai V'Kayam. David, King of Israel, lives and endures. King David is considered the author of the Book of Psalms, so you can see a few of the 150 Psalms on the separation wall. This is Psalm number 1. Happy is the man, Ashrei ha'ish asher lo halach be'atzat reshaim, ובדרך חטאים לא עמד, ובמושב לצים לא ישב, כי אם בתורת אדוני חפצו, ובתורתו יהגה יומם ולילה. Directly above King David's tomb, on the first floor of the same ancient building, is one of the most famous rooms in the world, the room of the Last Supper. According to the Christian tradition, this is the upper room in which Jesus and his disciples conducted the Passover meal, the Last Supper. This is an extremely confusing place. One would expect to see religious artifacts, a cross, and clergy, but you won't, as the room is not a church. It is managed by Israel's Ministry of Religion. The suggested site of the room of the Last Supper was built in the Crusader period on the location of the Byzantine site of a church that was called Hagia Zion, Holy Zion. So this location is the traditional site of where the Last Supper took place. So the room we have now, 12th, 13th century Crusader period, is a mix of styles here. And the room was a mosque for a couple hundred years, and therefore we can see the Arabic and the Muslim praying niche facing south called the Maghrib. The calligraphy of the colored windows are words from the Quran, chapter 38, the surah of Nabi Dawood, the prophet David. During the Holy Week, Jesus and his disciples are in Jerusalem. They are in search of a place to celebrate Passover. Jesus sends two of his disciples and orders them to follow a man carrying a jar of water. He will show them an upper room where they will celebrate and eat the Passover meal. The upper room is the site of the washing of the feet and of the Last Supper. It is also the room in which the Holy Spirit alighted upon the apostles on Pentecost, and therefore is considered the birthplace of the church. Now you can climb up to the roof for excellent views of the Old City, the Mount of Olives, and modern Jerusalem. For 19 years, between 1948 and 1967, this roof served as the closest place possible to the Western Wall and the Temple Mount, as the Old City was in Jordanian hands. Across the narrow alley are the church and the bell tower of the Dormition Abbey. It is a modern church built in 1898 on ancient Byzantine ruins of the 5th century Basilica Hagia Zion. According to the Catholic dogma of the Assumption of Mary, this is the site where Mary, the mother of Christ, was taken, body and soul, to heaven. So we hope you all enjoyed this tour of Jerusalem. So if you did, please give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel.
And see you in our next tour of wonderful Israel. Bye bye.